Hi, I'm Nick, obviously, and I wanted to share a little bit. Um, I spent the last 12 years cooking in restaurants, probably the last two contemplating whether I should continue to do it or not. Don't get me wrong, I love doing it. I really can't stop cooking, honestly. It drives my wife nuts. But let's rewind a little bit. When I was a kid, it was my mom and me and my three younger siblings who lived in the house. And because my mom was working full time, going to school full time, and battling cancer three different times, I had to step up. I had to be an adult. And some of you that know me know part of this story. Because of that, one of the biggest things for me was feeding my siblings and myself. And that's where I learned to fall in love with food. Um, that was the moment for me. That was the moment that I I saw something beautiful in feeding people. I had a point in my career where I could have given up cooking prior, but in the middle of the chaos of getting my ass handed to me, everything raining down on me and falling apart, I I prayed for joy and I got it. And I laughed hysterically and while everyone else seems to be suffering through it, I enjoyed every moment of it. I would take vacations. I'd take breaks. I would give myself time to recuperate, and because you have to do that, you have to take an adventure every once in a while. And I mean, this America for some reason we don't like to take breaks. After a number of years in various kitchens, traveling and trying different cuisines, working in high-end restaurants, I finally burnt out. I forgot why I started cooking in the first place. I let go of my love for sharing a meal and became obsessed with the same thing that drives so many other chefs into the ground: perfection. That's when I realized I needed out. Out to at least revive my passion for sharing meals that I had made. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to tell them why I was making what I was making, when I was making it. There's reasons for every layer of every flavor of every dish I've ever made. And to me, that was what I wanted to share, was that experience. So I started farming. And I think I have to say I was pretty good at it. I spent a season with my relatives out on their property. And I grew so many different kinds of chefy produce and made really good relationships with local businesses and people. I started to really see food differently. And I felt good because people were taking me seriously and listening to me because I'm the one growing the food. The different perspective, I guess. I also felt that feeling that I hadn't felt in a long time. That feeling you get when you share a meal with someone and they get pure joy out of it. My heart was full and my hands were dirty. I loved every minute of it. But of course, everything comes to an end. We had to make our way back to where we started, leaving the farm and trying to start over again. It drove my wife nuts. I threw myself back into restaurants. And I did it because that's what I knew. What I didn't take into account was how much I was missing. I didn't feel that joy because I didn't get to share. I didn't get to obsess over quality because they weren't my restaurants and I had no control. I was just another knife in the roll for them. I wanted out again. Again, I threw myself into a job, and COVID hit. But it was another wrong turn into a company that I didn't share the same values with. So now here I am, and I'm working, but I'm not cooking. But I can't stop. I can't stop growing either. I need a way to do both and to share it with others. So I'm gonna do this YouTube thing one more time. What do you say? Will you join me in this adventure? You share a meal with me? Maybe cook alongside me? I'll do my best. I'll do my best.